TGIA Day.
Good morning, middle schoolies. I'm Reagan.
And I'm Kendall.
And we will be your anchors today, Friday, April 20th. Please stand and join us for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Today for lunch is Romeo's Pizza, corn dogs, sweet potato fries, green salad, fresh fruit, and milk.
Your wellness wake-up call for today is salt is often added to foods when they are processed to keep them from spoiling so quickly and to make them taste better to people who are used to a lot of salt.
Currently it is 38 degrees outside, and at lunch it will be 50 degrees.
Did you know that there are only 4 words in the English language that end in "dus"? Tremendous, horrendous, stupendous, and hazardous.
When testing is going on every day for 3 weeks, please be quiet in the hallways. Students who are testing need every chance to concentrate on their work. Be respectful.
Please watch this video on Maya Angelou.
She is impossible to define. An author, a poet, a civil rights activist, an actress, a dancer. Marguerite Johnson was born in St. Louis, Missouri in 1928. When her parents divorced, she was sent with her brother to live with her grandmother in racially segregated Stamps, Arkansas.
Black people depended upon other black people for sustenance, all sorts of sustenance, social, economic, religious sustenance.
As a child, she formed a strong bond with her brother, who gave her the nickname Maya. She was taught by her grandmother to celebrate life to the fullest. She would need to keep her grandmother's positive messages handy when at age 7 she was molested by her mother's boyfriend. She only told her brother, but a few days later, the attacker turned up dead. Believing her words had killed the man,
I stopped speaking for 5.5 years. I simply refused to speak. I had voice, but I refused.
When she spoke again, she and her brother joined her mother in San Francisco. She won a scholarship to study dance and drama. While she was in San Francisco, her progressive political views began to form. At the age of 16, after quitting high school briefly to become San Francisco's first African-American cable car operator, she returned to her studies. During her senior year, she became pregnant. She gave birth to her son, Guy, and supported him working as a waitress and a cook. In 1952, she married Greek sailor Tosh Angelous and traded in her waitress uniform for a microphone. She became a singer, taking the name Maya Angelou. The marriage didn't last, but her career flourished, landing a role in the stage production of Porgy and Bess and recording the album Calypso Lady in 1957. Although she had always penned lyrics and poetry, she finally began pursuing her writing more seriously. She moved to Harlem and joined the Harlem Writers Guild.
She learned how to overcome the limitations and the challenges of her youth to achieve stardom as an artist and a writer.
Her unique journey continued when she moved to Cairo, Egypt, with her then love interest, South African civil rights activist Vusumuzi Maki. She served as the editor of the English-language weekly, The Arab Observer, before moving to Ghana to work as editor for the Ghanaian Times. In 1964, Angelou returned to America to help her friend Malcolm X build his organization of African American Unity. Those plans were scrapped when Malcolm X was assassinated in 1965. The assassination of Martin Luther King Jr. in 1968 left her devastated. But along with the great joys and painful lows she had experienced, her rich life served as the inspiration for her memoir, I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings. Published in 1970, covering the early years of her life, it was a critical and commercial triumph. In the following years, more books followed, including 4 more volumes of her autobiography.
By the 1980s and 90s, America as a whole, regardless of race, had a profound appreciation of her talents as an artist, as a poet, and writer, and so now she is widely seen as a national treasure.
In 1993, she was asked by incoming President Bill Clinton to compose a poem which she would recite at the inauguration. Since 1981, she has served as a Reynolds Professor of American Studies at Wake Forest. And she has still found time to act in films and even host a radio show on Oprah Winfrey's XM radio network.
Sorry for the technical difficulties.
Students, do not leave your locker combination set or open. When you put your items in your locker and set your combination, your items in your locker are not secure. Lock your locker.
Don't forget today is CIA Day. How have your goals been doing? The purpose of CIA is to help you realize your potential as a leader. You have to think about these core values every single day and push yourself to live in that way. You can make a difference in your school. Reach out to a peer and help somebody who is struggling. Stand up for others, smile, and say hello to the people you pass in the hallways. Just do what's right. Sometimes it takes courage to be that person, but you can do it.
Are you a candidate for the MSC Live broadcast team? Students are selected through an application process and teacher recommendation process. Once the teams are selected, they will work on the broadcast with a weekly rotation. Forms are available in the folder outside the broadcast room and are due to Ms. Harding by April 23rd. The following are necessary qualities of team members: highly independent worker who is creative, flexible, and responsible. Have the ability to write a script on a Google document, read and control a teleprompter, fluently read and report news on live broadcasts, synthesize important information from teachers to write the daily script, improvise on-air late-breaking news announcements, have an interest and ability to work with technology, collaborate, team member, arrive by 8:15 to the broadcast room.
We are still collecting pop tabs for the Ronald McDonald House. If you have pop tabs, you can turn them into Mrs. Greekart or your homeroom teacher.
Congratulations to the boys track team who got first and the girls track team who got third at the Gahanna Relays last night. That's all for today. I'm Reagan.
And I'm Kendall.
Signing off. Have a fruitful Friday.